Hi, everyone, and happy Sunday. I hope you guys have had a great week and that you are feeling pretty good. Now that we are officially a month into this online learning thing, I know time is moving for me really quickly, surprisingly, but I think that's also because I have so many responsibilities at home. But I hope the time is moving quickly for you guys as well. It's surprising how fast time goes when you really think about it. We are actually now at the midterm mark. So last week, you guys all received an individual mark sent to your individual Halton District School Board email accounts. So if for some reason you did not see that email, let me know. However, that should have been received. This week, we as grade 12 teachers are inputting your marks into Trillium, and those marks will be transferred to post-secondary institutions. But you won't be receiving a formal midterm report card this year for obvious reasons. That being said, obviously, if you have any questions or concerns, just let me know. Okay. So we did hear from Doug Ford this week that we will not be returning to school on May 4th, as he had mentioned a couple of weeks ago. I think that's not a surprise to anyone, but he did not give a directive as to when we will be returning. So again, everything is up in the air. So we're just going to keep at this. And at this point, you guys are in a bit of a rhythm. And hopefully you're feeling pretty good with the rhythm that we have established in this course. Definitely keep your eyes on finals, though. It is important that you are completing the work, and hopefully the pace of the course is moving relatively well for you, because I'm doing less and just making sure that you have more time to complete the content. But again, any individual concerns, just email me and let me know. So on that note, our week ahead for April 20th to 24th, this is our weekly breakdown. And again, you can complete this at at your own individual pace. However, it's kind of nice to chunk it and to give you all of the content a week ahead so that you can kind of plan out based on your other, responsibilities, what you can handle. So on Monday, tomorrow, I have assigned you guys a reading. This reading is from actually our International Business textbook, which I don't really do a lot of, but I think it's still important, especially if you're going to head to university, to have reading content. So you're responsible for completing this reading. This will be posted in Google Classroom as well, but it's hyperlinked in here. And if you have a printer at home, you're welcome to print it. However, you should be able to complete the reading online, no problem. And then from that reading, you're going to be completing an assignment. So this is posted in Classroom as well. And you've each received a copy of this document. So you can go right into the document and answer the questions directly and submit it in Classroom when you're done. This is actually going to be due next Monday at 8 a.m. So you'll have the full week to complete this. You may, however, want to get it done by Wednesday if you're following along this model. So Tuesday, you've been given a work period to complete that. On Wednesday, we're going to start into corporate social responsibility or corporate ethics. So for this, you've just been assigned actually some content. So this is a lesson. And I've just gone through and posted all of the lesson contents. So you are required to go through the lesson and then also watch the 4 videos that have been hyperlinked into the lesson. Please watch those 4 videos. They're really good content and also really enhances sort of what I'm talking about in the corporate social responsibility lesson. I also recommend that when you're going through lessons that you are keeping your own notes. We don't know yet what's happening with finals. So it is important that you are expecting that there may be a final exam or that you may need these lessons for some sort of testing situation. So just make sure that you are staying on top of, the lessons and making sure that you have notes in case you need them. On Thursday, you are going to be completing a class activity at the end of this lesson that's been posted. So this is actually going to be in the form of a class discussion post. And what you have to do is choose a well-known company. So it can be any company that you like that you purchase from. And you're essentially going to do outside research to determine their corporate social responsibility. And that's based on the contents of the lesson. So inside the lesson, you'll be given a corporate social responsibility spectrum. And this is an audit, basically. It's where companies fall within the line of social responsibility. So a lot of companies just comply, or they fake, they'll talk about perhaps something that they do that's really good for the environment, but then at the flip end of it, they have sweatshops and things like that. So, where does this company lie within that spectrum? So use that content from the lesson specifically. And if you have any trouble understanding the content of that spectrum, then just send me an email. Okay, so from this research, and you can go on the company website, you can do outside research, you're going to answer the following. Who is this company? What do they do? What do they do for their employees, the communities that they work in, and the world itself? So that's basically like what type of socially responsible choices do they make environmentally, economically, societally, etc. Do you think that they're hypocrites? So that's a pretty big question. This is based on the content of the lesson again. Do you think they're doing any color washing? Is there any evidence that they are doing color washing? Again, you may not know what that means, but it's all in the lesson. So you have to read the lesson first. And then where on the corporate social responsibility audit spectrum do you believe they are based on the research that you've done? Again, you have to go through the lesson to understand this content, okay? So you're going to post your findings in the Google Classroom comprehensive post, so in the discussion post, and then I want you to read and comment on 2 of your peer posts throughout the week. This is really important, and I will be monitoring the comments that you make, and that will be sort of part of the overall mark for this particular discussion post. Okay, so do make sure that you're checking in and reading what your peers are saying, because it's great just to learn from each other, but it's also something that's important as we cheer each other on in this climate. Friday's a work period to complete that. So just the 2 tasks, really, the reading as well as the assignment, and then the lesson, and then the discussion post based on the lesson. So pretty easy and straightforward. But again, as always, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Okay. I hope you're hanging in there. 1 month down. How many to go? I don't know. But I'm enjoying getting messages from you guys. And it's just nice to interact. So just don't be shy. And I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you online.